Hey, Shalom. We'll give all praise to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakar,
Rakar,
Kodash.
Kodash, Barakatah. Double honor our apostles slash elders, which are GMS, and blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. As you see, the title of the lesson is current events because we're dealing with a lot of current events from world events, economics, the world powers with Syria and America. We're dealing with a lot with civil unrest and things like that. And these are the times that we're in as we get into Amos. It says that the Lord is going to sift the house because with all these things going on, it basically it further push that you got to choose a side. There's, yeah, boost.
Nah. Yeah, there we go. We back up.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Slakia, man. Say messing with the connection. You know, Brakatay house. You know, so you got something, but I want to get Amos the last chapter about the Lord sifting the house,
Yeah,
because there's a culmination of things. Okay, so let's get that first starting off.
this is the book of Amos, chapter 9, and verse 8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth."
Yeah, that sinful kingdom is Yasha Allah, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? You can speculate that it's Esau and other nations, but specifically talking about Yasha Allah, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, because they're the sinful kingdom. Because they're without no sin, without no laws, there's no sin. You know what I'm saying? But even outside of that, that scripture is addressed to us. Okay,
God.
our people as a whole are a sinful kingdom. Okay, go
It
ahead.
says, "Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations."
Yeah, a sifter is basically like a rice strainer. Things of that nature. You shake it, and they separate the good from the bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Yeah. All the sinners of the Most High's people shall die by the sword. So there's no assumption that the Lord is a non-violent entity, that the Lord is with everybody, that the Lord is downright for the cause of pleasure or self-righteousness or whatever you think that he's down for. The Lord is down for fairness. The Lord is down for justice. The Lord is down for completion of reality. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here that don't care about old people. There's people out here that don't care about whether you got a wife or not, or you got a family. They don't care. They'll kill, murder, and do whatever they gotta do in order to achieve whatever they're trying to achieve. So to sit there and say, hey, let's turn the other cheek and we do, you know what I'm saying? They do what they do, we do what we do. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Because the Lord said, if you bid them Godspeed, then you're partakers of their sins. You know?
I'm trying to find this precept, but pretty much just to quote it, just what the brother was saying, man. A lot of people think that the Most High is not a man, and he's gonna have a part to play in the slaughter that's coming. In the scriptures the scripture I'm looking for, it says that the Most High, as he is as he pours out mercy, he pours out judgment as well. So he's a balanced power. And people in this day and age, they're so into that peace doctrine and that love doctrine that they forget, what he did to Egypt, what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. They forget all these different things that he did to these different nations, man.
Yeah, that's why we're out here. So you can't, by the same word you should be condemned, by the same word you should be justified. We're not out here to kiss no one's ass. We're out here to project the truth in sincerity, in truth. And that's what we're dealing with, passive, aggressive, laid back, can't even say laid back, passive, aggressive, do good type of society where everybody's a fucking asshole, full blown.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And you're dealing, and it's confusing when you really buy into it. It's frustrating because you'll believe that people got goodwill towards you, and then they'll fuck over you. You know?
If I may still bring it out, Ecclesiastes 16, and I'm going to run through it. Verse 11. It says, "And if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure."
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Most High is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. What makes the Most High not pleasurable to anything is if you break His law, statutes, and commandments. Seek that which is pleasing to the Most High.
Yep.
Okay.
It says, "As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works." So,
Yeah, He judgeth a man according to what to what he does, not to what you say you are and what you're about. Anybody could put a Bible in their hand and say, "I believe in the Lord all my heart," and regurgitate scriptures. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between when you get out here and put everything you got into Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
yeah.
You know? It's not an easy task because we're dealing with these infirmities every day. We're dealing with these temptations every day. So I'm not putting nothing past no Jake that hears the word and goes and tries to ensue it, but you got to do it the right way. You got to have order. You got to be dealing with the apostles. You got to be dealing with somebody in your state, things of that nature.
Yeah. That was it to that precept. Should I have something posted? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that was it to that. Go back to the Amos.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is back in the book of Amos, the 9th chapter. Back in the book of Amos, the 9th chapter, and verse 10. It says, "All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword,
Mm-hmm.
which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us."
Yeah, because there's a group of people amongst Yashala, Negro Latinos, and Native Americans that believe that nothing's gonna happen to them, like there's some kind of level of importance. You know what I'm saying? We are scratching and scraping, as the Lord said, that judgment shall begin at the house of Israel, and what end shall it be to them that don't follow? Like we're in that bracket. Not saying that we're wicked, but we understand that. Look, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was it to that. Unless you want to continue.
Yeah. Continue.
Okay. All right. This is verse 11. Well, yeah. Kind of. Verse 11. It says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old."
Yeah, the Lord said He's gonna basically raise up the tabernacles of David. David's tabernacle is basically representative of Jacob rising up into power, man. Because we're in a position that we can't rise up into power. Niggas talking about getting guns, ARs, they ain't gonna do shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It says, "And I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all of the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doth this. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed."
Yeah, he that is last shall be first.
Yep.
You know?
"And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all his hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them."
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a captive for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's a beautiful thing. Alright?
It says, yeah, because Paul was a prisoner of the Most High. You know, he said, and it says also those that are under the yoke. That yoke is being in this knowledge and going through those straits, dealing with the scriptures. You know, keeping the words of the Most High. You know, you're bound by the word of the Most High. You know. It says, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled out of their land, which I have given them, saith the Lord thy power, Yahweh.
Yeah, so for niggas to say, oh, the Old Testament's done away with and things like that, this ain't come to pass yet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is still in progress. The Lord beating our swords into plowshares. That hasn't happened yet. You know what I'm saying? We're not the orchestrator of what should happen, what shouldn't happen. It's all about what the Most High says should and shouldn't happen.
Yep.
Okay?
Because Isaiah the 65th chapter hasn't come to pass yet. You know, where the heathens are going to build up our kingdom. That hasn't come to pass.
Nah, not at all.
So, you know, because this definitely ain't the kingdom, man. You know, this ain't our kingdom. This is Esau's kingdom. You know. I'm all over the place, man.
No. Go ahead, brother.
I want to get this because you mentioned it. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, the chapter 7, and I'm gonna start from verse 16. All right. It says, "Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present?"
Yeah. So you gotta have faith. You gotta be occupying the prophecies, man.
Yep. It says, "Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly shall perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide." And that wide is the that promise, man. All right, that's what we're hoping for. The righteous, we're hoping for the promise. It says they shall suffer straight things, and the straight is not straight, is going through troubles, man.
Yeah, let's see what it says in the scriptures, where it says, you know what I'm saying, that we're ordained for the promise. You know what I'm saying? Romans 9. That the promise was meant for us. All you got to do is do what you're supposed to do. As an Israelite, you got to understand that you're ordained to at least understand the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? At the very minimal, you know?
Kind of for the sheet. Oh, yeah, verse, let's see if this is what you're talking about. Romans chapter 9. And,
It's hard to find a spot there without reading the whole chapter. You know?
We start from the top and run it down. It's Romans chapter 9 and 1. It says, "I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow."
That's all good. We're working.
And it says, "For I could wish that myself," Romans 11, so like Romans 9 and 3. It says, "For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises."
That's right. The Lord is on dealing with Israel. No matter what this New Age world tells you, the Lord is on dealing with Israel. We don't give a goddamn, because at the end of the day, the Lord's word rule over everything.
Yep.
Okay?
It says, "Whose are the fathers, and of whom concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen." Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, but they are now all Israel which are of Israel. Neither because they are of the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Yep, Isaac is basically Ishmael's father, things of that nature, but the Lord chose Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay?
Yep. It says, that is, that they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. For this is the word of promise, at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
Yeah, ain't got nothing to do with what you think should be right or what you think should be wrong. It's about what the Lord's will is.
Yep. It says, and this proves it. It says that the purpose of the Most High, according to the election, might stand. not of works, but of him that calleth.
Yeah, because outside out of control.
Con.
Because you go to work every day, because your woman treats you a certain way every day, you do this, it don't mean it's within your control. All right? That's it there?
No, you can go all day in Romans. I'll continue on. It says, verse 12, it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So that what hate, man, that's leading up to war too. That's in the same box of war, man. You know, the Most High ain't gonna hate you and then say, oh, come on, you cool with me. No, if he hates you, he's gonna get rid of you. He's gonna destroy you, man. You know. So it says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then is it not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that sheweth mercy?
Yeah, the Most High give the increase.
Yep. And like you said, that shows that we don't decide nothing, man. You know, this is all ordained of the Most High. You know, us being the children of the promise, Esau being the son of the wicked. You know, this is ordained of the Most High. The Most High, he set up a villain and he set up the righteous, man. You know, and we gotta roll with the punches, man. You know, we can't stop. We can't save Esau. We don't want to fucking save Esau. Why? Because the Most High don't want to save Esau, man. Period. You know, that's what it is.
None at all. Esau has had his cup, went throughout the world, poured that fucking cup, and the world, he made the world drunken, and the world is mad.
Yes, sir.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's why everything is going on, what's going on in the four corners of the earth right now. That's why the angels are letting loose, or letting things happen, because Esau made the world drunken, man. With what? Democracy, their way of life, you know, their politics. Okay?
Yep. It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
Salakia, I bit my tongue a little bit.
Okay.
Cause I was talking to somebody, and I asked him what the Lord fucked somebody up, basically. They said no, the Lord wouldn't do evil to somebody, but the Lord raised up Pharaoh to show his power, man. The Lord got the ability even to bless the evil, man. You know?
And we see what happened to Pharaoh. Pharaoh was swallowed up in the Red Sea. Now it says for this same purpose. So in this day and age, for this same purpose, that's why Esau is so proud. That's why Esau is on top of the world right now. That's why his heart is hardened against the Most High, so the Most High can show his power in due time, man. You know? You see, history is going to repeat itself. The Pharaoh of America is the President Trump, man. You know, the Most High he got him working, man. He got him doing his thing just so he can show his power, man. You know, and we about to see it. All right, this is we'll continue on. In verse 17 it says, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on.
The whole point is that the Lord be exalted. Cause look at the time we're in. Niggas is blatantly talking shit toward and about the Most High. You go ahead, brother.
It says, therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will, he hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? Yeah. It says, nay, but oh man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed to him that formed it? Salakia. It says, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Yeah, that's women, that's children, man. I always want to challenge the Most High's ways, because he said one thing, you want to try to use that one thing to fit a description that best fits you. You know?
Okay. It says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, which is Esau, man. You know, Esau is still ruling right now. Esau still has control over the things that he has control over our paychecks. He has control over how we run our households, and you know, he has control over all this, man.
CPS and all that other crazy shit.
You know, kind. And it says, verse 23, and that he might make known the riches of his glory of the vessels of mercy. That's us, man. Which he had afore prepared unto glory. Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. As he saith in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, you shall be called the children of the living power. Isaiah also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. Yep. So what's going to happen to the rest of them? You know?
Eradicated.
Exactly.
Eradicated. Done for. Nowhere to be found.
For he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because a short work will the Lord make upon the earth. And as Isaiah said before, except the Lord of Sabaoth have left us a seed, we had been as Sodom and been like unto Gomorrah. What shall we say then? That the Gentiles which follow not after righteousness have attained to righteousness, even the righteousness which is of faith. But Israel, which followed after the law of righteousness, have not attained to the law of righteousness. Wherefore, because they sought it not by faith, but as it were by the works of the law, for they stumbled at the stumbling stone. As it is written, behold, I lay in Zion a stumbling stone and rock of offense, and whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed. All right. So the Most High, like we said, man. You know, the point is, the Most High, he's coming back to redeem his people. He's coming back to destroy 2/3 of the people. And I want to get this, because we're living in a time. All right, I'm just gonna get into the scriptures, man.
It's the best way right there.
Just get into the scriptures, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and I'm gonna start from 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. All right. So not only is the Most High gonna is he gonna stir up the spirit of the Medes like he's doing to have them shooting missiles, he's also gonna have the chariots and the angels inside. They're gonna be causing havoc, man. You know, they're gonna be shooting. They're gonna be zapping people to death, man.
Fucking Slacky, I run it back.
Yeah, con. This is Isaiah 66 and 15. The point is in 16, but it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Yeah, so that's a whole can of worms. Let me turn this fucking cold off, but that's a different can of worms, and I want to get into that can of worms. I want to get into that because this is a whole different aspect that the Lord is going to render fire with the chariots. You know what I'm saying? Because we're dealing with Syria, America being exposed. We're dealing with Russia. The brothers went over a beautiful lesson this morning with Russia having their army and the things in the comparison, and showing how America is a consuming nation and their armies and things like that. And now we're dealing with the salvation being something that we never believed. You know what I'm saying? Which is chariots.
Yeah.
Chariots coming down. You see missiles, that's comprehensible. But you're talking about chariots popping up, size of mountains, size of states, size of cities, and blasting their lasers, their heat, and changing the wages of war, because you got to understand, just like the brother was saying, without NATO, with NATO, America is pretty much unstoppable logically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But through the power of the Lord, NATO will be very stoppable. Now you're dealing with the aspect of Romans. It said the Lord lift up Pharaoh to show his power. The Lord lift up America to show his power amongst all the nations of the world, man. This is not just about pure logic. This is about, it's really about logistics. It's really about being an underdog. You shouldn't win this.
Yeah.
And the only way you win this is through the power of the Lord. That's why the Lord said, then they shall know that I am the Lord. Why? Then they shall know I am the Lord. Why? Because through his power, you can't sit there and say, oh, it's through me that did this. The Lord was never about that type of avenue. The Lord is always about an avenue of saying, I'm the man. That's the problem with niggas today, is that they don't want to acknowledge that the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, is the man. All right? You know what I'm saying? This is a proud society we're dealing with. This is a narcissistic, selfish society that everybody, if you do something wrong, it's somebody else's fault somehow. Mm-hmm. Even me saying this, a person, you hear this and say, oh, well, yeah, that's how other niggas think. No, that's how you think. You know what I'm saying? You always, a person, you know what I'm saying? There's no way you could, can you die for the world's sin? When I say the world of Israel, can you die for the nation of Israel? Can you die for their sins? That's a non-narcissistic way. Your whole life was based off it. Can you be a prophet? That's why it's 144,000. And they say that's a big number. That ain't no big number, man. That's not a big number. That's a very small number amongst Israel. That's 1/3. Not even 1/3. That's 144,000 amongst Israel. 1/3 of Israel is the elect. You know, that's the people who follow and keep the truth and strive, things like that.
When you think about it, Israel, we're more populated than any nation upon the earth. You know, you seen like China and like these big countries over there, they are heavily populated. But when you put all the children of Israel together, the northern and southern tribes, we are heavily populated. And for 144,000 only to get that salvation, you gotta think about it, man.
It's 144,000 plus the women and children that follow.
Yeah, con.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I want to finish this real quick.
Yeah, you go ahead, brother. You go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 66 and 16. It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many.
Yeah. Oh, the Lord won't hurt anybody. The Lord loves everybody. The Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord said my ways are above your ways.
Yep.
We can't be dealing with the Lord based off the comparison of what we want him to be. That will make him our created God that we drew in a notebook. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is who he is. The only information that we have on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is the Bible itself and dreams. But your dreams really still have to be based off the premises of the Bible, because you don't know if those dreams are from Satan. You know?
Yeah. It's 2 Ezra 8 and verse 3. It says, there be many created, but few shall be saved. You know?
Yeah. Many created, but few shall be saved. Saved from what? The people that aren't saved, what's going to happen to them? Are they going to be in the abyss? They're going to be in the Sahara Desert, just wandering around? No, they're going to be put to death, man. Yep. All right? It's like I tell people, man. Niggas are typical. Niggas are generic. When I say niggas, I'm talking about our people. They're typical. They're generic. Esau is wicked because they can sit here and tell you how much wicked Jake is and talking about their gangbangers and shit like that, but they can't acknowledge that America's the biggest gangbanger, that they're the biggest thief. But as soon as you bring a comparison of something that's related to that, they can come with all the logic to prove to you that Jake is the same thing. It's just like women. Women will never acknowledge their problem, but they can come with all the analogies on how that they're equal to you. They all got a mouth, you got a mouth, you got a, you know what I'm saying, back and forth all fucking day. But at the end of the day, when you say something plain, like the Lord said, the woman's over the man, but and you and the woman believe in the Bible, and then all of a sudden, no, it's just, you know what I'm saying? They ain't logical now. You know, the society is willingly ignorant of what's going on. Just like the fact of racism. I'm not racist. You know what I'm saying? I told a nigga at my job, say, yeah, the white man is racist. The world is racist. You know what I'm saying? And then I turned around, we talked about it. I said, is your skin stronger than white people? You know what I'm saying? Like scientifically, is your skin stronger than white people? Can you go out in the sun and not get a sunburn? Now, we don't go out in the cold because we don't like it. But we will survive just as long as Edomite. But Edomite can't survive as long as us in the sun, man. Are we athletically superior? That individual say yes. I believe we athletically superior. I think we have athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? Our skin don't age as fast because the sun ain't killing it, draining the fucking life force out of it. But then I turn around and say, look, you know what the definition of racism is? Is to believe that your nationality, your genetics, make you superior than another race. And then he still say I'm not racist. You know?
Yeah, that's stupid.
You know, like what's the point of that? What's the point of that? Like, what are we dealing with here? Are we dealing with emotions or are we dealing with logic? And then you go on the news and you see a Jake get shot. You see injustice. You see all kind of inconsistencies within their laws toward Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you act like you feel some type of way. You shouldn't feel any type of way. Shut the fuck up. But you do feel some type of way, but then you want to claim that you're not racist.
Oh, I got a precept for you.
You know?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. And verse 10, the point is in 11. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And it says, though he humble himself. Oh, I'm not racist. Oh, I have black friends, and yo, you're racist, man.
Yeah. Get blind the eyes of the wise, man. Like, so what? Crouch yourself. Go humble and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, come. You're supposed to. We're not emotional. You know what I'm saying? When a woman shakes her ass in front of you, talking about you're the only man she wants, but when you look at her background, she got like 8 kids and shit like that. Like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when a woman tell me she want to be married, you got 8 kids. You don't want to be married. You're done. You know?
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Yeah. The picture will become more clear that Esau is still the same devil that he was before.
Yep.
You know, Esau is the same fucking devil, man. Ain't nothing new about Esau, man. You know, like why you? It baffles me that our people try to save Esau and don't want to save their own, man. And don't want to save their own. You know, we gotta go jump to when we're saying this, people could be watching this right now and they'll click off of it, off the string of we talking about Esau. But Esau will say some old outlandish shit like the fucking wrath. You know what I'm saying? Like the rapture of God. The rapture of God ain't even in the Bible. But that's a universal doctrine that's accepted by Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans within the church. The rapture of God.
Yeah.
That the Lord's gonna come, and then he's gonna leave, and then Satan's gonna come back for 1,000 years, and then the Lord's gonna come back. You know? The brother oh man, brother's getting it in. The brother watching pray, GMS watching pray says, why should Isaiah 1:5 says, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. You know what I'm saying? And for one, the heart is a mind. You know what I'm saying? And to be faint is weak. They're weak-minded. You know why would the Lord keep putting us through hell? Basically, we got to go through hell because that's what he said. He ordained it to be so. So why would he continue to do that? But at the same time, our people are fucking hard-headed, man, and they're weak. They're weak-minded. That's why they're in the boule. That's why they break down to these societies, man. That's why they break down to what it is, man. That's why all Esau gotta do is say, you're entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother brought out a valuable point. Said, yeah, you're entrepreneurs, but Mayweather's an entrepreneur, but who paid him? You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody paying a Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like a Jake ain't making pure revenue. Like it reminds me of that story with Dame Dash and on the Breakfast Club when he was going in on old boy, man. Talking about, you know, like you want to be y'all do. I take care of my family's straight. But like, but your family ain't got no fucking business. When you leave this job, you can't give this job to your child. And the dude just couldn't accept that the game that Dame Dash was trying to put him on. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the bulk of Jake ain't kingdom minded. They don't want to get the fuck out of here. They want to be content with being an African American. And not an African American, they want to be an Israelite American. You know? They just want to be in America. They just don't want to sing the national anthem. You know what I'm saying? They want to have their car. They want to say, oh, you white niggas are the devil, you crackers are the devil, and Egypt did this and did that. That shit don't do shit for Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to transition his kingdom regardless of the fact. Ain't no just sitting there and dealing with Esau and then Jacob at the same time. The Most High going to take down Esau through violence, through justice, through violence, which is justice, because they took the people, they took the land. The way they did it was immoral. Ain't no, well, you deserve forgiveness. No, fuck that. We ain't dealing with no emotions because Tanner was cool with you. Give a fuck, man. It ain't about us, man. You know?
And that's through the spirit, man. One of these Jake celebrities I just watched today, and he was bringing out how these Edomites, they stole whole lands. You know what I'm saying? You conquer lands. They said it had to be a whole lot of bloodshedding going on for you to steal a whole land. You know, it had to be a whole lot of bloodshedding for to be going on for you to steal a whole land. And then when they get in and they establish it, then they start pointing the finger at little, you know, like Jake steals an apple or some shit. I mean, you stole this whole land, man. You know? And guess what? The Most High said, I'm going to grab it just because, you know, just because I'm talking about it. You know, there has to be bloodshed, man. There has to be some type of recompense for these devils, man.
Guess what? Guess what? This is beautiful. In order for the New Testament to come, it had to have been bloodshed. You know?
Yeah, kind.
In order for Yahweh Shai, in order for it said, in order for the New Testament, it has to have been the death of a testator. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, yeah.
And for business.
Brother had the scripture.
You know? Yeah, we rolling. I want to let's see here. The brother I want to see what this brother got here. Denny 16:41 said, if my people, Second Chronicles 7, is that Corinthians Chronicle? I think it's Chronicles.
Yeah, it's Chronicles.
7:14 said, if my people which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. That's, hey, brother, you're absolutely right. That's a whole spiritual aspect that Jake can't grasp because they're too fucking carnal. Jake has learned the ways of the heathen to think that they don't even know that eating pork has something to do with Esau being over the top of us. Not pork alone, but just one of those fucking simple aspects. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with something as simple as eating pork, worshiping white Jesus. Things as simple as that is causing us to be at the bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? Why? How do we know this? Because the Bible says it. Niggas that say, oh, the Bible written by man. Everything you fucking learned was written by man, or some man told you.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you learn from experience, and that's not accurate. You know what I'm saying? So let's slack it. I want to get some more with the brother. Watch and pray got Deuteronomy 9:4 says, speak not thou in thine heart, after that the Lord thy power have cast them out from before thee, saying, for my righteousness the Lord have brought me and to possess the land. But it ain't finished. Yep. Deuteronomy 9:4.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 9:4. It says, speak not thou in thine heart, after that the Lord thy power have cast them out from before thee, saying, for my righteousness the Lord has brought me into possess this land. But for the wickedness of these nations, the Lord doeth drive them out from before thee.
Yeah, the Lord put us in power for a fucking reason, man. You know what I'm saying? At a point, it was all about Israel. But right now, it's about the elect. But eventually, it's going to go about Israel. At the end of the day, it got to be like this town ain't big enough for the both of us. You know? Like, somebody got to rule. Right? Hey, guess what? Right now, Esau's ruling.
Yep.
Jake ain't, you 2/3 niggas ain't got a problem with that, though. But as soon as we talk about Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans coming up into power and ruling, now all of a sudden it's a fucking problem. Now we tripping. Now why we gotta be talking all this hate? All right, let's say we are hateful. Let's say we are what you say we are. Then that means we're living in a land of hate. That means we're embellishing hate and you're accepting it. Because Esau established this whole government based off the same principles and worse, man. You know? Lynching and hanging and false balance and injustice amongst the people. Esau established that, man.
Yep, I got you.
You know? What's your ethnicity when you fill out your application? Who you know? What you know? You know?
It's the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery.
Yeah, that's America, man. Full of lies and robbery. The East India Trading Company. The wars that's going on right now. Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein. All that was for mineral resources, man. You know?
It says the prey departeth not. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, establisheth a city by iniquity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, brothers use that. We use that. That's the kata of combat right there for us on the highways and byways, man. Because that established the beginning of the ass whooping that we pursue on. Because Esau started. This town was built with blood, man. Blood shed. Blood shed, man. Let us speak about bloodshed, and Jake is going. That's why the Lord gonna destroy 2/3. What else justifies a nigga being destroyed for clearly watching somebody destroy people, and then somebody saying, "Look, man, we need to do something, but in a more righteous manner." And then you say, and then that person turn around and say, you know what, you wrong for that. For trying to change what we got going here. You know? You know what that's called? That's respected persons, and that's a false balance, man. Woe to them called evil good and good evil. All that. But then at the same time you're saying all that, you say, oh, I pray that the Lord, thank you for waking us up and things what you do and done and will do. And thank you for this day and blessings to everybody across. You know, fuck the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? We hate the wicked. We hate 2/3 because we love righteousness, man. We tired of this shit, man. We tired of this shit. What are you supposed to be? You know?
And why y'all trying to change what the Most High said, man? The Most High said he hates them. Anybody that's joined unto them is you're gonna get the same punishment, man. You know?
The brother GMS North Carolina. Hey, Shalom, y'all Shema Shabrakatah, brother. Hey, Amos 5:10, it says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. That's what it is. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was at my job, they said, man, the dude was jokingly saying it, but he said, man, they gonna stone you, man. Cause I was cutting them left and right, man. Cutting them left and right, and he had to see, he said, get out and said, and then I said he's gonna stone the Lord. One guy, he's supposed to be this upright Christian, and he believed in the Lord with all his might. But then he, like, after cutting him up for at least like a month now, I believe like 3 days ago, he said, hey, you ever heard about them black Hebrew Israelites that be in New York? I said, yeah, I know them personally. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, man, he kept on explaining them. He must have watched like one video or two, but besides the assumption, the fact is, he said, yeah, man, they dress funny. But you all about the Lord. Do you not know that the Lord dressed exactly like us?
Yeah.
You don't know, he don't know that I do it, but the fact is, you saying the Lord dressed funny. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like they hate those that do it uprightly, man. Now this is what to add on what the brother said. The scripture in Matthew 5:17 says you're not supposed to teach anybody to break the laws. What if you do believe that grace is based off of you don't have to keep the laws? I come up and say I keep all the laws. Why would you tell me I shouldn't do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would that be a premise of your doctrine? If I tell you I keep the Sabbath, I do the Passover, I do all that, why you say I shouldn't do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't the Bible say that you should tell somebody that they shouldn't do righteousness, man? Is the scripture say, too much is given, much is required. Whatever you do, you gotta uphold. But it don't say that it's wicked. Why would you teach somebody? But the same person that's telling you, most likely, the person that told, I hear them telling, not only did they tell me that, I know better, but they tell people around them, the Old Testament is woo, but you gotta shave head, beard, you eat pork. You wanna do what you wanna do.
Yep. Make an excuse according to their wickedness. Now, just to add to that, I know they're saying the Old Testament is irrelevant. And we have laws a whole law that says to do these things. Yeah. They just like you said, I reiterate, they want to do what they want to do, man. That's Jake, man. It's not Jake a stiff-necked people. It's not Jake a hard-headed people, a rebellious nation. That's how you know who Jake is, because they're going to make up some shit to benefit themselves, man. Yeah. As opposed to pleasing the Most High,
Mighty macho man niggas, man. The brother got a 1 Timothy 6:4. It says, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railing, evil surmisings. Basically, it just bring forth more argument, not a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? The doctrine of Christianity bringeth forth more arguing, more frustration. our doctrine, which is the truth of the matter, just like turn the other cheek. If somebody jumps inside my house with a gun and I catch him, I'm gonna knock their ass off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna knock them over like some bowling pins to defend me and mine. Now, if I'm not at home, and somebody run through my shit, do everything, or if they kill a relative of mine and I wasn't around, then I'm calling upon the Lord. That's on the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I pray to the Most High to let His will be done. You know what I'm saying? To a Christian, it's like you let a nigga run up on you and they kill you, or they try to make an attempt on your life, then you just let them do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't believe in the Old Testament, because the book of Maccabees, there was a certain sect that didn't kill on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Their life was at risk. And they just sat there and died. And Maccabees and them was like, nah, we got to fight. And we're going to pray to the Lord. And the Lord basically let them do it, man. But even if that was done in the Old Testament, what says that was wrong? When did the Lord say that was wrong? It's just going to come back up. We'll wait till the time start back up. There we go. Yeah, Peter getting snatched up was the subject I brought up to him, right? And they said, well, Peter, the Lord said Peter was going off. But look, man, the Lord knew Peter had a sword the whole time, man.
Yeah, the whole time.
You know? The Lord knew Peter had a sword the whole time. He would have told him not to have that. This is my main cut. Hey, the Lord told Peter to go to the Cornelius and save his whole household. Cornelius was a soldier. You know? A soldier was all about violence, man. You're a hired person for violence, man. And you were saved. The Lord said you need to repent for being a soldier, you know, because you know about turning the other cheek. All right? And let's go back to Hebrews, the 9th chapter. It says the New Testament, the Lord said when the New Testament established that you're supposed to turn the other cheek. The Lord said it, right?
Yeah.
The Lord himself said it. I write a new law unto you. You're supposed to love your brother, which your brother is talking about. Love your neighbor is talking about Judah, Benjamin, Levi. And ain't talking about no other heathen. You know what I'm saying? But for 2, the Lord said you're supposed to love your brother. Now, when he said that, when Peter sliced off the ear, that wasn't being wicked because the Lord wasn't crucified yet. Because there's no New Testament that can come unless the blood of the testator is spilt. The Lord didn't die yet. So it wasn't established. That law wasn't even established at that point. So how can you sit there and say that, oh shit, yeah, that law is, you know, you're not supposed to do that. The Lord, that's not even what Peter went through. Wasn't even a situation at the point in time. You know what I'm saying? That situation with Peter, in actuality, was an example. The main focal point of the example was the Lord came down to fulfill the prophecy. His prophecy that was meant to be fulfilled was him being crucified. And Peter was hindering that by chopping off the ear and trying to fight back. You know, that's just like when women say, oh, you're not supposed to have more than one woman. And you bring up Solomon and say, well, you went down. No, look. Solomon went down because he let that woman bring an idol. Yeah. And the Lord clearly told people like to play, man. The Lord gonna fuck niggas up, man. All right.
I'm gonna grab one precept real quick. It's Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So even our heavenly Father, he's a man of war. He ordains it, man. He lets it happen, and it's by situation. You know, he ain't just going around killing people. He's a man of war righteously, man.
Yeah.
You know, the recompensing the elect, getting rid of the wicked. That's the Most High, man. He's a man of war.
The Lord is God of everything.
yeah. Con.
Why at some point you believe that the Lord, that power is a God of something, like Satan got some, like Lord got a shift, or Lord got a preference? The Lord loves righteousness, but he created everything. The Lord is not evil, so he created Satan. You understand? You know what I'm saying? The Lord will fall back and let Satan get up on you. Niggas will say, oh, The Lord wouldn't do nothing evil, but the Lord sent an evil spirit to get on Saul, man. All right. I just want to get this. The brother was bringing out some valuable points up in here. The brother Denny 1641. 2 Timothy 3:2, it says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of."
Yeah, that's on point. Yeah.
There we go. Yep. So like it's going in and out, man. Our connection is bad, but yeah, like the brother pointed out, man. It's a narcissistic society that we're dealing with. People are more obsessed with themselves than with the will of the Lord is. Not to eat pork, or the Lord know I gotta eat. You don't know the Lord know you gotta eat. That's why He created all these animals, man. All right. That's why He created a fucking piece of chicken. That's why we love chicken, man.
Yeah.
The Lord knew we were gonna love chicken. You know?
Yeah.
Like the Lord know. The Lord ain't gonna sit there and say, you know, the Lord, go not in the way that thou shouldst fall, man. Don't set yourself up. Don't make excuses for yourself to be shortcoming. You know? The brother GMS North Carolina 24 says, Isaiah 45:7. It says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." That's it. That's what else you need to know. What else you need to know?
I gotta know this one.
What else you need to know? It's right there. You got something, brother?
Yep, just to add on to what that brother said, man, that's a beautiful point. It's Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?"
Yeah, it's letting you know that the Lord is capable of bringing evil, and He's capable of bringing good. Al-Shaddai.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, El Shaddai or Al-Shaddai, demon-like power, terrible power, man. The Lord is a terrible power. He's a fierce power. He is God. The whole I am that I am is He's the existing one.
God.
He is the existing one, from love, hate, everything, life, death. He's the God of that. He's the Most High. He is the epitome. He is the creation, the emotion. Somebody slap you in the fucking face and you feel some type of way. The Lord created that scenario, man.
Yeah.
You know? Even though the brother, you know, went off and shit, you know, a while back, but the brother Element in Dallas, man, you know what I'm saying? He's talking about how the Lord created the fact of emotion, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a focal point. The Lord created the element of emotion to feel a certain way. You know? Not everything wasn't for the good, because just like you see a woman, really, hey, guess what? When you see a woman, she dressed all tight and in tight clothes and shit like that, we're supposed to be attracted to her. That's why the Lord says she's supposed to put on a modest apparel, because when they put on modest apparel, we look at them and be like, yeah, you know?
Yeah. And
like
scriptures tell us too, man, marvel not the beauty of a woman.
Marvel not the beauty of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord knows.
That's right.
You know, the Lord knows what we're attracted to, man. Because He created us to be so. But He created us to be logical. And only the elect at this point in time of Israel is going to be logical. Before then, the whole nation of Israel is meant to be logical, man. You know, that the Lord always picked a certain group of people to walk with. And those were people basically that was logical to the Lord's will, man. Not selfish and narcissistic, man. You know? So, you know, we're gonna end it because we're kind of dragging it out with the situation. The water to you, Akim, you know, for the scriptures, man. The water, most definitely. With that being said, we're gonna say, call law to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kodash, Barakatah, Double honors our apostle / elder GMS, and blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.